All right, Juanitosville, this is a little bit of a different video today. I looked up on the YouTubes, man. I found this dude named Goldsmith Luke, and he does really cool bracelets with wire. And I watched this video right here. Let's see, where is it? This one. Handmade silver bracelet. 131,000 views. He doesn't use words, and I recommend you watch this. He just basically shows you the process. And I tried a couple of his processes, and it didn't quite work for me. Like these, I tried it with these smaller ones, and they kept breaking every time I tried to bend them. So, anyways, I found a better way, and we're gonna talk about that. A better way for me. Now, you could watch his. I recommend you watch this. Watch his, and then you're watching this one already, so I don't have to tell you to watch this one else. Okay, Benny, let's get focused here. We're gonna do, so what I learned, friends, was he puts the two rings together. Let me tell you what's going on. He puts the two rings together and he solders them together, just like we're getting ready to do here. But what I learned was to put a little flat, can you guys see that, Johnny? Put a little flat end on the seam there. Just file a flat end on the seam so that when they touch, they're more in love. You feel what I'm saying? They're more like connected instead of just like on the roundness, like round, just touching on the round. Now they're touching kind of like that. Like a heart, like they're in love. Oh, geez. Okay, Johnny, let's go. I got my #1 torch head here. Got acetylene air, these just one knob. Acetylene, this is a Goss handheld hand piece right here. So right here, guys, I'm gonna focus on this, but what I've learned, what works is just go like this with your heat. If the solder is leaning to one side, hit it on the other side. The solder will follow. Now I have it like that, and what I've also learned is to flip it over. And I learned this from my instructor, Melanie, Kline, master silversmith. Don't be afraid to flash it on this side too, guys. Pull that solder all the way through. Get a really good join. Okay, we're happy with that. We're gonna do a few of these just so you guys can get the gist of it. Right here, the solder's a little bit more on this side, so I'm gonna pull the heat over here, but I'm still gonna get both of them. But I'm gonna aim my heat towards this seam over here. The solder's not on, so the solder will come hither. Oh, came hither. All right, now we're gonna flip it over. Oops, that's still kind of. Flip it over. And we're going to feed pull the solder through the other side. There we go. Just got a nice little flash on that side. Boom. So I'm going to do that with the rest of these, and I'm going to finish these, and then I'll bring you back when we have all these, and I'll show you what the next step is. Because we can do this, guys. And I talked to Goldsmith Luke, and I told him, I said, I'm going to try this. I make tutorials too, and I'm going to give this a shot. And he gave me a smiley face. So I think that means okay. All right, guys, but this is his design, or a design that I got off there. This is not my idea. This is just us trying to execute what we saw on the internet, just like a lot of us do. We try to execute what we see on the internet, and we do it, and it's like, man, he made it look so easy. And he did make it look very easy, but it's not easy. And so these little tips that I taught you with the flat right there, pull the solder one way and then flip it. We're increasing our chances for success. All right, I'm going to finish these up, and I'll bring you guys back. Okay, amigos, I have a bunch of off camera, but I have these right here. And now I'm going to go over with some 220. I could do 320 sandpaper. This is what Luke did. He just kind of went like this. But just so you guys can see what I'm saying. Just a little bit clean. And then now what we do, friends, is what he did was he was working with fine silver. Oh, that's another point to point out with his video. He's working with fine silver, so he was able just with his fingers just to go. And I've tried that, and I can't. So what I'm doing is I'm going, because I don't want to put too much pressure on this join, because I had a lot of them break. What I was trying to do, I was just trying to bend it like with my finger, and then this would just pop. But I think with my new soldering technique, I think that's not going to happen. But just to be safe, I'm going to show you my technique, how I fold these over. I just go like this, put it in my needle nose with the seam protected by the squeeze of the needle of the square pliers. Then I just go sideways. If you had another set of flat nose, you can go like this, but I don't have another set of flat nose, so I'm just gonna go like this, and then just bend over. Until it looks like that. All right, guys, I've since learned that you can use your dapping block to get a nice round. Just slowly work it until it gets to the angle that you want. Now I'm gonna do all of them like that, but and I'll bring you guys back. All right, guys, just an updated skill that I developed here, just as a of standard practice. What I've been doing is I go like this. I press it. This is 320. I press it towards the middle because you really want to get that where the seams come together. You want to get that kind of cleanish. Make life a little bit easier and maybe make your piece a little bit more cleaner. When you're done with this, just pick it up and you'll see right here in the seam where the solder might just be a little clumpy right there. And yeah, you're going to put a saw blade right through that. But to help yourself out, just get your little needle nose, half round needle nose, just work both sides. Just get a nice transition. Just as that in practice, just kind of do that. And then all of them will be just a little cleaner for the process. So I'll bring you back when it's time to cut these. All right, amigos, right here, this is the next step. So we have a few of these. I didn't do them all, but I'm going to do a few of these links so you guys can see, you guys can get the point. And I'll probably bring you guys back as the process progresses. But this is what I've learned to what's really worked for me, because now we have to cut them down the middle. If you already saw that other video, we have to cut them down the middle. And so you have two links bent over. And the reason why you bend them over is so you can cut them down the middle. And it also helps with the linkage. So right here, I just put my finger very safely, hopefully, right there. And then we're just gonna just right along the seams. If you did a good job, you lined up your seams your seams need to be kissing. Okay, got all the way through. All right, guys, so this is what I do next is I saw the middle. Do I have any ones that have a sawed middle? I do. I saw the middle with that technique I showed you earlier with the saw. And then what I do, guys, is I just take my little stamp that I kind of filed a little bit so I can get in there into the seam, guys. Line it up, make sure you're in the seam where the saw blade was, and then give it a I'm on my rubber block. You could probably do this on wood if you don't care about the wood. So I'm gonna go like that. So I got it open just enough. Now it's open just enough where I can get my screwdriver in there. And then what I've been doing, guys, is just so I can hold my screwdriver. Don't laugh at me if this is kind of a hillbilly way to do it, but I put my screwdriver in this little knob thing, and you can just put it on I could have probably put it right in there. Yeah, that'll work too, but since we're here. And then I get both my fingers on the sides, not on this side, to put torque on I don't want to put torque on the solder joint. I put my fingers on the sides where the solder joints connect and push down and kind of wiggle. Now this is not in Luke's video. He didn't show us exactly how he opened those, and it was probably really easy because it's fine silver. I'm telling you guys, fine silver is very malleable when it's annealed, and it is. But we're working with sterling silver today, guys. So we're doing what he did, except for we're doing it with sterling. So there's a little bit of different challenges. So I open it, guys. I put it down till it's kind of being a wuss about it. But you got to use your thumbs and just kind of pull down. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to put a little torque on it. And then we want it for it to be open like this. This is the ideal, oops, I'm sorry. This is the ideal opening that we're looking for, because that's going to allow us to link these together. So I'm going to do a bunch of these and then we'll start linking them together. And but if you look at right there, there's a nice join. Let me show you these other ones that I screwed up on. This is an example of the earlier one I did. It was a smaller diameter, but that's not very good. And my skills got better. My soldering skills got better from this one to this one. So guys, even though we've been doing this a lot, when we do something like this, we're gonna get better. We get better because we're like, dang, I need to do better, and then you do. But sometimes you don't know you need to do better until you need to do better. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Do you guys want to know how crazy I'm getting when you do something over and over again? I don't know how I don't just like want to shoot myself in the head, but I learned that I can do this in 27 swipes. 27 cuts is what gets through. Let's see. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19? A new record. All right, one more time so you guys don't think I'm a turkey jive sucker. One more time so you don't think I'm jiving. The straight line little stampy stamp into the inside of it. Open it just enough so you can get your screwdriver. Again, you hold it by the where the solder joint is. Hold it by the solder joint. Give it the old push down. You can do it with your thumbs. Open it just enough. About looking like that. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of these and I'll bring you back. All right, you wily whippersnappers. We're right here live, friends, in beautiful Western Colorado. I have these. I learned in another updated tip and skill realized is that these don't have to be as wide as I previously thought they needed to be. Like I was making them pretty. See the difference? This is the wide one. This is the not so wide one. The not so wide ones work just as well. So guys, what we do is we get them down, one up, one down, and you can be as perfect on these as you want, friends. You can go through and sand them and refile them and tumble them and all kinds of cool stuff to make it just the way that you want it. And I just want to see if I can do this. Let's go right here. Okay, like that. And then what I saw on the video, guys, if you guys watched the video as well, is that nose. And I'm going to pinch this closed, but I'm going to focus on the ring, not on the seam, not on the join. Hope you guys can see that. Dang, Johnny, that's what I don't want to do is... Okay, maybe I don't need those ones. Maybe I need these ones. You guys are laughing. I know you guys are laughing at me. That's all right. That's what I'm here for. Okay, guys, we're going to go right here. Squeeze. Okay, I squeeze a little bit on that side, and I'm going to squeeze a little bit on this side. Yeah, use needle nose. You can really get in there good. And you'll see right there, friends. See that right there? That's what it's supposed to look like. And then on this side, we're going to do this because you guys are here. You guys are here. You guys suffered all that through that with me. You guys are going to stick around for this part. You guys don't leave me hanging, friends. Okay, let's do this again. Let's squeeze this. I put my fingers right there in case if it does slip, then I can kind of feel it's about to go down. So let's get a good grip on this link. Squeeze together. And then a grip on the other link on the other side. I know you guys probably can't see this. I squeeze that link, and now I'm going to squeeze this link. I'm just going to squeeze it at the big part of the link, and then leave the middle is right there. I hope you guys can see that. And then squeeze just like that. Go back to this one, just give it one for good measure. Okay. So that's what it's looking like so far, friends. Now, I used 12 gauge wire and a 6.5 millimeter dowel to wrap the wire around. 6.5 millimeters. I put that on the words earlier, but I didn't say it out loud. So they look a little loose and they're going to get a little tighter. Let's just keep working since you guys are here. I ain't the one to front. Here we go, friends. Okay. Now I'm going one side and then doing a little bit on the other side, just so they slowly, so it's just a slow process. So I'm not trying to like get it all done in one, and maybe you probably can. My self-esteem's a little too low to trust myself to that degree, friends, at this juncture. But that's okay, you know, that's part of life. One day I'll be zipping through this like it ain't no thing but a candy cane on a string. All right, 2 more learning things that I learned. Guys, I wish I would have used my half round pliers when I did the bend down, because I think I could have got it in there and then done it like that, and it would have had a nice slope to it. But I didn't, because on the small ones I tried, that they kept breaking because I couldn't get the seam right perfectly in the middle where it was holding and supporting. And this time I used these ones, and then on each one on the bottom there's a little bit of a line right there. So I think if you use these half round pliers, you're going to be better off. So I learned that. And then also, just as you're doing these, guys, because I've been kind of moving this and knocking these around, but what I've been doing is moving this instead of moving the whole thing like an idiot. Jeez. Took me forever to figure that out after I'm this deep in the game. Here we go. We're going to squeeze, and then we're going to slip, and then we're going to make an error in front of our friends. And then go like this. Make sure you get it down there so you don't slip like I just did. I've been doing a bunch without slipping, and all of a sudden you guys are watching and now I'm slipping. Here we go. Johnny. That never usually happens like that. I usually just get it in there, and so just like that, guys, just moving this around. All right, guys, we got it right here, and I started doing this without telling you guys. Basically, I'm going to the edges here, and I'm just going to smash them down a little bit, just very lightly. Okay, what I'm learning, guys, is when you do that, these come apart a little bit. So on Dude's video, it didn't show that. So I don't know what I did here, but I must have messed up something right here. I think I need to open this one. It must have came out and then I smashed it or something. Is this a mental puzzle? Alrighty, Juanitosville, we finished putting the links together, and we have finished the bracelet with the box clasp. Let's look at that real quick, friends. This is the box clasp that I decided to go with. I did some texture on it. I didn't show this in the process because I made a video of me making a box clasp, and it's kind of long. It goes right here if you want to see that video, friends. It's not as tough as cheap meat like you might think. It's actually a little bit intimidating, but once you do it, you know you can do it. And that's just like with everything with jewelry, right? So, heck, buddy. Right there, listen to that. That's what you hope for. Soldered it onto here. If you want to see me solder the link onto the box clasp, I show that in this video right here. I think it might be towards the end. But yeah, and you know, I have to give a super huge shout out to Goldsmith Luke. His link will be in the description. Guys, I encourage you guys to, if you guys are into wire and different kinds of weaves and rings and bracelets, go check out Goldsmith Luke. He has 55,000 subscribers. He doesn't talk on his videos. His videos are more process videos, where my videos are mostly, I would say probably adventure videos, where we kind of, I discuss what's going on, and in real time you guys are going through the process with me. But he is very skilled, very, very skilled, and you'll learn a lot from him. I have. And so I encourage you to go check out Goldsmith Luke. If you would, in the comments on one of his videos, just say, Benny Boom sent me over here. I really enjoy your channel, or something to that effect, just so that he knows that I'm not like just like trying to pirate his ideas and use them for my own benefit, because I really want to support his channel and send people over there to go check it out. This was just a video of me trying his design, and did definitely go through some things in this video that he didn't really touch on his video, that will make your life easier if you want to do this design. I think the filing flat, the rings, was really helpful to get a nice strong bond on it. He works with fine silver. I work with sterling silver on this project, so it's going to be there are different animals, but it's essentially the same design wise, but with soldering and heat and all that kind of stuff, it's a little bit different. So yeah, Goldsmith Luke, definitely go check him out. Doesn't that sound satisfying? Yeah, buddy. Somebody asked on my website if I could please link to my mentor, Melanie Kline, and link to my YouTubers that I like to watch, that I've learned from. And yeah, so I will start putting that in the description, or in the description. Yeah, so guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit like on the way out, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We're always doing jewelry adventures. In fact, I'm working on this right now. I'm doing a bigger version. Look how big that is, guys, and it is hard. I'm beating the crap out of it trying to squeeze them together. But I'm going to make a few more links, and then we're going to make this into a big version of this. And I'm actually doing some video on this process using this, because there's a different challenges with this one than there is with this one. This is hand rolled from silverware, sterling silverware. This was 12 gauge round wire I got from Rio. So yeah, this was a lot more challenging. But I'll probably watch. There's a video I'll be dropping that will be some of the challenges that I face dealing with this. Yeah, guys. So that's pretty much it, guys. Stick around for the. Dang, that sucks. I should probably start that over. Or do I want to start it over? No, I don't want to start it over. All right, we're just gonna go with it. So yeah, hit me up on Instagram. This is my Instagram right here, and add me, and I will follow you. Follow me, and I'll follow you. We'll follow each other and watch each other screw up and have successes and be inspired and learn and all that good stuff that we do out here in the jewelry world. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this one, guys. The box clasps are awesome. This one is really cool if you just want to take a quick look at that. I know you guys have got to go, but look at that. I just soldered. I just stamped over the texture on this side. Super comfortable. Boom. And I like to wear it like this, because I'm a wild guy. Look at these hands, guys. If you guys saw me at the supermarket, you'd be like, what is that dude's problem? All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's Benny Boom. I'm out. Peace.